Okay, we back in the building. It's the Blossom Clinic and more. You know, we guys at least try to get an off sports topic video here every now and again. But we back with one, and I'm hearing all this go around. Real men pay all the bills. Real men do this. Real men do that. Um, Start off with real men pay all the bills. Now, if you have a man that's financially doing well, that's possible. But the way economically, the way it's set up out here now. Um, in the way the women are set up here now, we get to that as well. Sometimes that's not possible. I mean, 9 times out of 10, in today's world, and, probably the last 10, 15 years, these new millennium babies, these new people that, teenagers and women since 2000, I'm trying to get that to say it correctly, they don't handle their responsibilities as well. Women want men to handle the responsibilities of paying everything, and that's cool. But the minute the man goes down for whatever reason, maybe he goes to jail, he financially loses his job, or whatever the reason may be, what does a woman have to offer if that happens? If you're sitting at home and you're doing laundry, taking care of the kid, or whatever you're doing, at the end of the day, if he falls off, then the family falls off, right? So you hinging your whole future on that one man. In a working USA, a working world in America, where nothing is 100, the factory should be booming, but they had to take a buyout not too long ago, right? Or they got lost their jobs. He went from making $30, $25 an hour to nothing. They're getting, 362, 367 every 2 weeks. 724 every 2 weeks or something like that from unemployment. How you gonna take care of the family? Now, if that's a situation where he's paying all the bills, to start off here, shouldn't you as a woman be trying to better yourself, going back to school, to do whatever? Having a side hustle, bring some money in. You always want more than one income, and that's per person. So that's how I look at it. Somebody told me a long time ago, one of the guys that cut my hair before I went off to college, he told me, he said, now, the way it's set up, this back in 2007, 2008, says the way it's set up, says, it's meant for two incomes now. And that's factual. Unless you a man by yourself with no responsibilities and no kids, it is. It's meant for two incomes now, And it's not nothing wrong with women pitching in. So women that, look for a man to do everything for them. What are you providing for him to do that? Because if I'm pitching in, I'm paying all the bills. I'm making sure everything is good. Are my kids reading up to par? Are you going up to their school? Are you checking on them? Are you spending and budgeting our money and paying the bills the right way? Are you washing the clothes? Are you cooking? Because if I'm doing all this, I want a meal. I don't want no pizza, no KFC on the stove. I want a real home cooked meal. Are my clothes washed? Don't bleach my clothes. Don't mess up my clothes. There's things that supposed to go to the dry cleaners, going through the dry cleaners, all that stuff. If everything up to par, you holding the house down, and if you're not, and a lot of times, 8 times out of 10, a lot of women don't know how to do a lot of that stuff now. So how do you as a woman deserve a real man that pays all the bills if you can't hold down the house? But you shouldn't want to be one of those women. Let me speak to you for a minute. That just sits at the home and be a working home mom or stay at home mom. You don't want that in your life. That's how you gain weight. That's how you lose touch in the real world. You can't, if y'all break up, he finds somebody else, he don't like, the situation no more. What are you going to do? Move back in with your mom and try to build yourself up when you could have been building yourself up the whole time? Taking a class or two, taking a cooking class, going to learn how to do hair, going back to school, getting a little part-time job so you can save up your own money just in case and not just live off of one income. That's not cool, women. It's not the 1960s or 70s or 80s no more. A lot of older women like that has been handcuffed with men like that who have control of their life because they are the only income, and women feel like they can't do nothing else because they've been out of work so long, they ain't been doing nothing with their life so long that they feel like they handcuffed by him. And then when that man get that full control over you, and I know you're saying, oh, my man is a real man, he would never, you never know what can happen. He get that full control over you, okay? He feel like he can fuck around on you, ain't going nowhere. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. You a stay-at-home mom. You supposed to stay at home while he do his dirt in the street. You always want to be ahead of the game as a woman. Take a class. Go get a part-time job. Save your own money up. Just in case something happens to him physically, he might not be able to do it no more. Or he might not want nothing to do with you. You always want to prepare. No matter how strong you believe your marriage is. How strong you believe the relationship is. Oh, just because you got his kids, he won't do this. Do the dip out quick. And these ain't You know, these ain't the most stand-up men that the world has produced nowadays. We all know that. You know, so you should want to help him out, you know, until y'all get where y'all need to be at. Some of the most ambitious and independent women in the world got their own. They not waiting on living off a man. You know, they a power couple. A power couple ain't a stay-at-home mom washing all the dishes and, you know, all that while men provide. That's not a power couple. A power couple is two individuals in a relationship that can go out there and get it at the drop of a dime, that's really getting it and bringing money, and they both successful. Because you staying at home and him working every day and falling at your routine, it's cool in certain circumstances. It is. You know, but it's not always cool. That's not always fitting for the average couple out here in the average world living in the lower to middle class, you know, lifestyle. You know, you want to go out there and better yourself as a woman, and that's key. You want to hone your skills. You want to keep your mind sharp just in case you need to go out there and do get a job. They testing for everything. You got to know arithmetic, algebra, just to work at McDonald's. Now, I'm exaggerating a little bit. But you want to be able to do it on your own. And some of the strongest women out here are single moms who's doing it on their own every day. Hopping on the bus with the kid or picking the kid up, helping the kid with the homework, feeding them. They doing 7, 8 things at once. And they very, very strong. And when they find the man that they looking for, yes, it's going to be a button head period because they feel like they can do it on their own. I done dated women before that wouldn't even let me pay for the bill. I got it. That's just how they is, and I like that. But you got to show them what a real man is, you know. I got it. Don't worry about it. Slide the money back in their purse or something like that. Show them that y'all got each other back, but she's showing you that she can do it, and that's the woman you want. You want a woman that can do it. A woman that can do it. You know, complete you. You know. And for men, it ain't. I mean, if you got a woman that's out here busting, doing things as well, it ain't nothing for you to, you know, cook something, learn how to cook, learn throw something in the washer and dryer, clean up, and pitch in and help her as well. You know, I do it on a regular basis. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with y'all splitting the bills as well. You know, if y'all want to split 50-50, 70-30, 60, whatever, 60-40, whatever y'all want to split it on to. Nothing wrong with that as well. And the money that y'all splitting down the middle with, you know, money y'all got left over, save it up. You know, just for whatever, a vacation or something of that nature. You know, it's hard out here. You know, financially, you know, it's difficult. It's hard to find great work. It's hard for, you know, straight A college students to go out here and get a job and they feel to study. I know dudes that got straight A's in college that's working at Comcast and installing cable for DirecTV and satellite and all that. You know, just because you can do everything that the system tells you need to do, and you still cannot be prospering and flourishing like you supposed to out here. You know, so there's no need to look down. You know, a real woman is going to help a man get where he needs to be, and a real man is going to help a woman get what they need to be and grow. You know, so if y'all relationship ain't what it seems to be growing out to, at least you leaving a relationship better than what you was financially. You know, and I heard Rick Ross say, he says, you know, a real boss powers the people around them and shows the people around them how to flourish. And I had an auntie that her husband, I guess that it didn't work out, whatever, her boyfriend, he was an entrepreneur, showed her how to start her own business, and 20 years later she's still flourishing her own business and didn't have to ask him for nothing. To this day, she getting on her own, financially stable. It's all good. You know, a real man, let me tell you this, real men don't pay all the bills. A real man ain't gonna do what you know, it's not really your true definition of what they saying he is. A real man is a man who's going to leave you better than he found you at the end of the day. So if y'all end up growing old and dying together, you was a better person, you know, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever. When y'all broke apart or when it ended, you was a better person since day one. That's what a real man is. That's what a real woman is. Building a man up, helping him become what he needs to be, dropping him off and finishing with him better than when you found him. That's the definition of real. You want some companion to help upgrade you and uplift you to a better circumstance, help you be a better person than when they found you. That's the definition of a real man and a real woman. And don't let nobody misconstrue you or blind you from that. We gone.